Big boys here, the 189-pounders. We got a couple seniors that are going to go at it tonight. Aplanalp with a record of 33-8. Boren with a record of 44-2. These guys are going to do some battling here tonight and see which one won't come away with the state title. So here we are early in the first period. A lot of good motion here for 89-pounders. Good solid stance here. Comes with that ear-to-ear tie that we've talked about a little bit tonight. Mike likes to see that. Oh, great pick there at the knee. Wasn't able to finish it off. You want to see the head-to-head wrestling, don't you, Mike?
Well, you want to create opportunity to score, and the best way to do that is your setup. So what do you do? How do you control that? Well, the first thing is a tie. Attended a session with Kevin Jackson, the Olympic freestyle coach. One of the things that he said was never tie both hands at the same time. One hand ties, then the other hand ties. And always want to maintain inside control. So I want to get those things going, and then I want to affect motion in the shoulders of my opponent. I shot. There's a nice job by Aplanalp, battling that back, just nice physical. This is a tough kid. This is a solid kid, and battling that back from a physical standpoint, no points. Here we are back. So, yeah, you don't want to get in there ear to ear. Here we're head to head. That's a good position right there. Oh, nice single leg, or excuse me. Nice arm drag attempted there by Aplanalp. Boren's countering it tough. Right now, Aplanalp's put in 3 pretty good shots. Boren's just counter wrestling. Swings from that, comes back around, it's got to settle. Boom, there it is. There's 2 points.
Boren kind of the mistake. Not that Aplanalp made the mistake. He went from the arm drag to a single, but perhaps just got a little impatient there as he was trying to settle on it. Boren took advantage, got the 2-point takedown here with only 20 seconds left in the first period. Aplanalp with the turn and face. Not able to do it as Boren with the great fall here. So Boren with the great ability to ride, and just as I say that, Aplanalp comes to his feet and gets the one escape. So we've got a period. Greg Williams, the official here in this match, says, let's give you the decision here, Boren. Boren defers, and Aplanalp is going to take the down position.
That's a good choice. Aplanalp's been able to escape there pretty easily. We'll see what happens as this develops. There again, we're looking at 189-pound wrestlers. This is a pretty big size athlete, and a lot of strength, a lot of power in these guys. So getting underneath that, Aplanalp's got to work back for that hand control. Right now, Boren's keeping good pressure on the hip. Good pressure as he drives him back down and takes the base away. So Aplanalp loses that base. And now Boren needs to work for that turn. Can he step away? Got a wrist controlled. Got the hips controlled. There goes the tight waist. Aplanalp there, that nice stand-up, does a nice job of that stand-up. Turns hip heist out, and there's a 1. So here we are, 2-point match, 2-2 match, and that's a good job. Even Steven, both wrestlers.
Kind of a low-scoring affair for Boren, who usually can put some points on the board and light it up. 2-2 midway through the match here. Great little move there. He's going to get another takedown. So he keeps proving me wrong. Just as I say something, he goes and does the opposite. Gets the takedown there. Now has the lead of 4-2.
You know, that almost looked like it was just a little moment of not keeping my little bit back. Wrestling is such a precise sport in terms of weight, and the great advantages earned from weight and the great disadvantages created by weight. Here we go to a front 3-quarter Nelson, trying to see that happen. These 2A guys aren't afraid to try this, as we've seen it a couple times here in the finals. Cranking on that, Boren trying to do it, but it's tough to make happen. Aplanalp stepping away. There it is once again, Aplanalp with that. So here we are coming to the end of the second period. This is a great battle. Aplanalp in there, scored, oh my gosh, to his back, directly to his back. Boren just counters off that shot, runs out of time, but he picks up at least 4. And that was all off of just a bad position by Kyle Aplanalp from South Summit as he shot in, and he got a little bit flat-footed. I don't know the fatigue. You go back to that other moment a little while ago when he was caught on his foot, and now this moment, and maybe he's just getting worn down a little bit, and he's not able to execute the way that he wants.
And that changes all of the landscape of the match. A period in a pretty tight match. And now it's a 6-point deficit that Aplanalp's going to have to overcome. He puts a leg in though. He's going to try and turn him. Mike, it might be silly of me to think this, but if I was in the South Summit wrestlers' shoes right now, you may want to cut him and try and go on your feet.
Well, he hasn't had a chance to try and turn him. It looks like he's pretty good with the legs. They have a tradition of being good with the legs. Greg's not going to let him hang there very long, so we're going to call a stalemate and get him back. And see. At this point, Kyle, South Summit wrestler, Aplanalp, has got to make something happen. So I think it's okay to try for a little bit, see what he can do. Now he's getting direction from Wade. He's going to cut Boren and go back to his feet because he's good with the legs. Was going to try. You notice that he almost had him turned there early in the round, but was not able to score there. So now we sit at 124. We're down 7 points. We got to make something happen on our feet, but that's not going to get it done. We give up our legs, give up our hips. Boren comes in with a nice double leg. He's picked up the 2. Now it's a 9-point match, 12-3.
You just said it was a 9-point match, and I just realized that a minute ago it was a 1-point match. So Boren's just kind of gone off here in the scoring department, put up 8 points in the matter of a minute. So,
well, you know, we talked about the strategy of big guys being such that you try to wear the opponent down. You're working on your feet. You're trying to make his back tired. You're working on your thigh. And that might be paying off because early in the round, if you remember, Boren was kind of sitting back and countering on that, and then he ended up scoring on that. Maybe Aplanalp went out a little too strong, burned up a little too much energy, and then here late in the match just got caught flat-footed a couple of times, which gave up big points because, like you said, a minute and 20 seconds ago, it was a 1-point match. Now it's a 9-point match. Doesn't take long for it to turn around. So lesson for our young wrestlers watching this is pay that price in the room. You get to that state championship, you don't have time, resources, and the reserves within your conditioning to go in there and keep things happening because these are great wrestlers. You don't get to the state championship without being a great wrestler. But Boren is able to capitalize on some little glitches. There again, another back point. Ref signaling 3 points. So now he's going to pick up another 3. Now we got a 15-3. We got a 12-point match. And though that happened, we went from 1-point deficit to a 12-point deficit on 3 little teeny being out of positions by Kyle Aplanalp. And so now as time marches down with 3 seconds left, state champion from Richfield, Keith Boren.